Hey guys, welcome back. Is there anyone? If anyone is here, just let me know if you can hear me. I think some of you are here actually. 6 people are watching. Thank you for being over here, but I'll just take some times of you because I believe that most of you has done your trading so far. I would love to talk about a bit about this price action, but before that, just let me know if you can hear me. Okay, TV, thank you. You can hear me. That's cool, man. Good evening. Hey, Hassan. Loud and clear. Okay, thank you. So over here in the morning session, I just left you and I told you that by today and tomorrow, I'm preferring this market will come either to this line or that line. Any of this line will be traded by today or tomorrow. So I was bullish, but from 15-minute chart, we had this clean buy side liquid over here, right? These clean things over here. Above this area, we had this new week opening gap. So I would love to talk about a price action about here a bit and all of this price action a bit, okay? All of these things are hindsight, I know that, but trust me, if I were here, I would show you the same thing, okay? I wouldn't change, or I am not saying because after it happens. So all you have to do is you have to just believe me, by the way. So after until this new week opening gap, I was bullish today. After this new week opening gap, all I have to wait to see if the body can close. If the body can close above this new week opening gap high, I will keep looking for buy until any of this line. Okay, so until any of this line, I'll keep looking for buy. If I see the body close above this new week opening gap, all you can see here, this candle has closed above this new week opening gap, so I should keep looking for buying opportunity. By the way, this is the last hour, and I think that most of you has already done your trading. So I was waiting for 3 p.m. to start this live over here. Here I have something else to say around this area. In the morning session 9:30, as I showed you by the regular trading hour. So this is the let me show it to the here from 15-minute chart. It will be easier for me to explain. So regular trading hour. Here, this is the closing of Friday. This is the opening of Monday. Now this regular trading hour I can use if I know where the market is going. So first of all, you have to know where this market is actually reaching for. If you have no idea where the market is reaching for, you have no idea what you are doing. So you have to have an idea where this market is actually reaching for. Around this area, while the market has closed in Friday over here, then opened there, what happened? Market is falling. Trust me. 99% of the people will start to take sell here because it is falling. And don't lie to me. At the beginning, while market was falling, didn't you think that, okay, wizard is wrong today, market is not bullish, market is going to fall? Ask yourself. No need to confess, but you are thinking like that way, right? That it will keep falling. Maybe it will go far more. Okay, maybe this buy side liquidity is going to be taken by tomorrow, not today. No, it's not possible because market opened there, just first 15 minutes was the fall. 99% people started to take sell here because they saw market closed there, opened too far, and it is falling now. They will start to chase the price. What market has done? Going. It is keep going higher. How far it will go? Until this area. Now above this area, we have another new day opening gap. This is the electronic trading hour gap. So here is another gap that is actually unfinished business, or you can see this gap is not traded yet. More importantly, from this candle low, from here to there, okay, this area, there is no trade has happened. You can say if I go to the electronic trading hour, then of course it's been traded over there. Now please don't think like that way, because this regular trading hour is the real chart where actually the retail traders trade. Okay, this is the real area. This is the millionaire, billionaire are trading this chart, not the electronic trading hour, the regular trading hour. I don't know why it is showing that electronic trading hour, but actually it's the regular trading hour. Okay, so maybe because of some kind of internet issue or something, it's not the electronic trading hour, this is the regular trading hour. So in this regular trading hour, this is the real gap, liquidity void. So there is much more possibility that market will reach until this area before falling. It can happen. I'm not saying that it is going to happen, but it can happen. So even if this two line is being traded, I would prefer that market will come until this area. That is my expectation, because there nothing nothing has been done in between these two white line. No buy, no sell, nothing. Absolutely open. Absolutely no order placed over there. I'll go back to the regular trading hour. I hope that you got this point. Electronic trading hour. So this is the electronic trading hour, which we actually see the market like this way, right? In this regular trading hour, electronic trading hour, we don't have anything. In these two white line, you see there's a lot of price action over there. So we really don't see any kind of gap over there, but actually there is the real liquidity void. Over here, now I will be in 1 minute chart. As I finished in the morning session, that buy from this order block, if you remember, this order block, this propulsion block, let me actually mark it because nobody's in rush right now. I believe that almost every single one of you has done your trading already. So this is the order block. I'm just going to mark the open, but the high to open, this whole block is the order block. Guys, this is just a learning session. I'm not going to frame any trade right now. So if you are not interested, you can leave it. Okay. So there is no force twist over here. This is the propulsion block. Why is this propulsion block? Because this block has traded the order block. Okay. This down close candle has traded this order block. Now you can say, brother, it didn't touch to the opening. It doesn't mean, I mean, it doesn't need to trade that opening. It has traded the whole block from the open to the high. This candle, okay, let me actually make it a little bigger, then you'll understand. This down close body close candle, this whole wick is the order block. So from here to here, this is the order block. I love to mark the open. If I see it has traded the open, I love to mark it. This down close body close candle has traded this order block. So this is my propulsion block. While this candle appeared on the chart, it has been validated as a propulsion block because this block has traded this order block. This market doesn't need to reach until the order block one time. Can it reach? Of course, it can reach until the open one more time or 2 times, 3 times, which we called actually reclaimed order block. But it doesn't need to reach over here. Very rare it come actually until this area. It has traded, look at this candle, opened there, trade this propulsion block, boom. I was looking for this fair value gap to be valid as an unfilled gap. Here is one thing. If there is no market structure shift fair value gap, then trade that fair value gap. That is my order block. Then after traded that order block, unfilled gap. If it doesn't happen like that way, that means I'm using the turtle soup order block. I'm just calling this turtle soup order block, which has taken all the liquidity. So this is the turtle soup order block without the 22 YT model. If there is, I will read your comment after a bit. So let me finish this first. And then I will ask you, brother, do you have any question? I will reply to that question again, coming from there. Okay. So just let me finish it, because if I start to reply your question, I will forget whatever I intend to say you. If this order block I'm using without 22 YT model, then all I need order block trade, propulsion block trade, unfilled gap. Third candle, this candle and that candle, these two candle has made this fair value gap. Third candle has filled this gap 100%. What does it mean? That means I can't mark this gap as my unfilled gap. Then market went here, made this fair value gap again. What happened? This is the third candle. Did it close this gap 100%? No. But the fourth candle or the fifth candle has finally closed this gap 100%. I don't care. After closing this, I will start to look for breaker block until the liquidity is not taken. Whatever liquidity, if you see any other liquidity below the extreme liquidity, maybe there is no other liquidity. But if there was any 1 minute liquidity, clean, relatively equal highs or obvious liquidity or strongest liquidity, whatever liquidity it is, okay, so something like that. If I mark like this way, this all highs are relatively equal highs. So if I mark this one as my buy side liquidity, below the extreme liquidity, this is the extreme liquidity from 15 minute chart. Below that extreme liquidity, I have this, maybe this sell side, buy side liquidity. Okay, all of these highs are my relatively equal highs, so that is the buy side liquidity. Until this buy side liquidity is not taken, I will look for the breaker block. The breaker block. Why is that? Because the unfilled gap here, it has been filled 100%. Now I'm just going to keep this 15 minute chart. I will show you that my trade is not without 15 minute time frame. All of my trade are dependent on 15-minute fair value gap. Nothing is outside of 15-minute fair value gap. 15-minute chart, not fair value gap, 15-minute chart or my higher time frame period. So while it is filled, I will look for breaker block. What is that? Low, what the low, lower low. The highest up close body close candle, while market will close above this candle. This is going to be my breaker block. So see this thing, and then later you will tell me, am I marking something outside of this? Okay, low, lower low, middle up close body close candle, while the market will close above this candle. This is going to be my breaker block. Market will trade this breaker block. It will go toward that liquidity, whatever liquidity it is. Okay, so I will keep it over here, and you will say that. So far I remember Jack was asking me, brother, is that breaker block or not, because it has been traded over here as well as over here. So it was the breaker block or not. Of course it is the breaker block, because look at this: low, lower low, highest up close body close candle. Look over here: low, lower low, highest up close body close candle, which is the breaker block. Market has been respected that. But I am not interested to mark this general breaker block, because a lot of time I have seen that it doesn't work. Market fully break that breaker block, reach until the last fair value gap if there is any, or sometimes market actually go and take that liquidity. So this thing randomly every single time I will see low, lower low, highest up close body close candle. My bias is bullish. No, I'm not looking for that as a breaker block. Remind me this in next time. I will show you that why I don't look for that, because most of the time it doesn't work. Most of the time it doesn't work. This market went until this first presented gap. This is my first presented gap. Reached until this area, was little violated, whatever it is, but until market is below this first presented gap, I'm just not interested to take the buy. Right now I'm going to remove this first presented gap, and maybe you forgot, just forget about that first presented gap. All I'm looking for about the price action. After that run, look over here, boom, 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 market came until this area. Okay, this is the run, full run. To that specific run, I'm going to mark low to high. This is that 50%, or what to say, I mean the kind of what to say, I mean premium and discount zone. In that premium and discount zone, I have the discount fair value gap over here. Do I have any other fair value gap in that discount zone? Is there any other fair value gap which has still untaken? That means nobody has closed perfectly that fair value gap. Here I can see the wick has closed this fair value gap 100%, but is there anybody? If you are with me for so long now, you already know that until it is not closed by body, I keep using that fair value gap. Here wick has fully closed this gap, but there is nobody, so this is still valid. This gap is still valid. This is my last fair value gap. Still that is my last fair value gap. This is that discount fair value gap. This is the premium fair value gap. Okay, so what is going to happen? I'm going to believe that market is trading this fair value gap, and it is never going to reach to this discount gap. It will reverse from here. You can say, why market fall a bit more lower here? Why? I mean, why it didn't perfectly respect from this gap? Why it went a bit lower? Either way, you are not going to take the entry over here. While you are expecting market will reverse from this gap, it will never reach to this gap. So if you would love to take the buy here, for example, you have to take the buy here. This is just for example. Your stop loss will be one tick below the high of this fair value gap here, because you are going to believe that even if market would love to fall, it will never reach until this discount fair value gap, and it will respect the premium fair value gap, and it will keep going higher. By the way, this is one logic over here by using which fair value gap is going to be traded. Is this 50%, or I mean here, or it is reaching for that fair value gap? That is one. And here is some other things. Actually, if you go to 2-minute chart, you will see some other things, but I don't want to add them over here. One more thing over here. If I come to this area, around this area, that was the first retracement after that leg, and this was the first retracement. In that first retracement, discount fair value gap, premium fair value gap, trade that premium fair value gap, reach until this first presented gap, then reaction started to happen. I will remove this thing and I will show you this leg while I leave this stream. And I told that after that retracement, how far it will fall, I don't know, because it has reached until that first presented gap. So I don't care about the market to reach premium gap or the discount gap. At the same time, I told that it doesn't have any chance to reach until this area. Even if it fall, it doesn't matter. But next leg, market is reaching for the discount fair value gap, almost 90% sure. I'm 90% sure market is reaching for the next retracement leg until the deep discount level. I'm going to keep this unfilled fair value gap until this area, and I'll mark the discount fair value gap over here for the first here. This is the discount fair value gap around this area. Below here, I have another discount fair value gap around this area. Now you can say why you are not marking this gap as your discount gap. Why you are marking this one as your discount gap? This two gap is discount gap. This one gap is the premium gap, but it is aligned with the equilibrium. So how can you say this is the premium gap? There is no other way, because I'm marking this leg and this leg happened like that way. If it would happen like from the weekly chart, you remember a perfect premium gap, a perfect discount gap. I could show you the perfect example. How I can trade over here, I'll come later over there. But here you are watching that market came exactly to the deep discount. That means inside this entry fair value gap, or this is the entry fair value gap, it reached until this entry fair value gap didn't react from this premium fair value gap. Reach until the discount fair value gap didn't reach to this last fair value gap. It doesn't need to reach over there. Entry fair value gap came here, market keep going higher. This deep retracement, why it happened? Because this time market is coming from the premium. Here it was going from the discount, right? It came, look, it fall, very discount. This is the very discount level. Then market went higher. Where did? Premium level. After the premium level, market fall from where it is coming? From the discount. Sorry, premium. It is coming from the premium, so it has to reach to the discount. Simple logic. Think like this way. I'm gonna make it much more clear. Day by day, I'll make it much more clear. I will talk about this again and again. It will be clear to all of you. This is how you will sometimes react. You will see sometimes I take my entry over here and I just cover that fair value gap. And I say that I really don't want to see this market will come over here. Sometimes I get stopped out. It's okay by the week, but most of the time I don't get stopped out. I have shown you the execution with real money. So don't get confused. How do I know that? Because I'm seeing this market is coming from premium. This market is going from the discount, so it doesn't need to come back again to the discount. It is coming from the premium, so it has to reach until the discount. A very simple logic. Now let's come to the entry point. How can I take the entry over here? If I would love to trade this market, how can I take my entry over here? So this is that unfilled gap which has been filled over here. Okay. After filled there, when this gap has been 100% filled over there, where is your liquidity? This one. Below the extreme liquidity, you have the next liquidity level, which is over here. Is that liquidity taken yet? No, that liquidity is not taken yet. Market fall, fill that gap 100%. So what I'm looking for? I'm looking for this thing. If lower low happened, the first candle will close above the highest up close body close candle. I will look for the buy from that area. This is my perfect breaker block. Look over here. Is there any lower low from that area? Okay. Is there any lower low? No. This is the first time market has made the lower low. If you set this low, it has made lower low. If you see this low, it has made lower low. So where is your highest up close body close candle? Look at this candle. This is your highest up close body close candle. So what I should wait for? One body close above this candle. Here, did market close above this candle? No. What happened? Fall one more time. Look over here. It fall one time. Reach, made another lower low. Do you see lower low here? Of course, I see lower low over here. Here, I have this consecutive breaker block. The highest one is the most sensitive one. But as I have this consecutive and market has traded this consecutive order block, I have nothing to do. So I have to mark that consecutive breaker block. Why? Low, lower low. This is the first candle. Look at that candle, which has closed above this breaker. Here, market didn't close above this one. Can you mark any other breaker block? Is there any other breaker block you can mark? After filled this unfilled gap 100%, either here or one more time, it has filled over here. So all of this area, what I am doing? Nothing. All of this area, I am doing nothing because I didn't get any opportunity to take entry from any kind of breaker block. What I am interested, only the breaker block. Why I'm interested only the breaker block? Because after the unfilled gap is filled, I should look for only for the breaker block. Yeah, if I force the market, maybe I could take the entry from the order block or some other logic, I can use them, but I am not interested with that. After the filled unfilled gap has been 100% filled, I will look for only the breaker block. This is the next candle which has traded this breaker block. I would love to take the buy from this breaker block top, exactly to the top over here. Okay, where should be my target? Of course this target, but in the meantime I'll try to take some partial. Where should be my stop loss? A bit lower of this breaker block. Just let me put it here. Okay, a bit like one tick below this breaker block. Why is that? Because here look at this inverse gap. That inverse gap is inside this breaker block. If the inverse gap was little below of this breaker block, I could cover that inverse gap by my stop loss. As that inverse gap is inside this breaker block, I have to just cover that inverse gap. There is no other inverse gap. Look at this whole area. There is no other inverse gap. But brother, you got stopped out. Now, first of all, I'm not going to put my stop loss over here. Why is that? Because my stop loss is 36 handle. So what I will do, I will put my stop loss below the min threshold of this breaker block to see that if my stop loss is like 20 handle or like 20 handle or something like that. Okay, so at least the min threshold, if I can cover it. So I will take my entry over there, will target this buy side liquidity. Of course, I will take the partial while market will go above the midnight open, which is over here. It will go a bit open, I'll take the partial. Then I will hold it here or here, it doesn't matter. Different matter. So here I will take a loss, 20 handle. Why, brother? Why? Okay. Cover the breaker block as well as the mohawk. It is called mohawk. What do I mean by mohawk? That means market will go a bit lower of the breaker block, just the wick. It will go below the breaker block and then it will keep going higher. So I will put it around this area. Okay. So it is 55 handle for 120 handle, 21 handle, because all of you know that market is going to take that on. There is nothing that can stop the market to take this on. Why? Because that was clean liquidity, clean highs. In the morning session I showed you. So what is the risk to reward ratio? 1:2.24. Still it is profitable. So I will take the entry over there and 55 handle. If I am wrong, if this market keep falling, maybe sometimes shit happens, right? So I will take a 55 handle loss. I don't want to take that loss. I want to divide it. That means this one loss will give me 3 opportunity to take entry. Let's see. Okay, I'll show you my way, but it doesn't mean you have to follow that. You can go for this type of situation like 55 handle, because most of the YouTuber will show you this 55 handle, then they will take partial over here and then they'll get a stopped out or whatever it is, or they will get this one, they will say boom. If they got lost, they'll say okay, it's just a loss. Today I just take a loss, 55 handle. While I'm showing you the real way I actually trade. As my stop loss is too much, so what I will do, I'll just cover that min threshold of that breaker block. Brother, can I do one more thing? I will wait to this market come until the min threshold and I will just cover the low here somewhere. So something like that, mohawk. Of course you can do that, but it's risky. Most of the time you will miss that trade. That beautiful trade, you will miss that. So I'm not interested to hold it like that way. So what I will wait for, I will wait for another body close. I mean, sorry. If I can mark the order block, then I can take the entry from the order block. If I am not able to do that, then I will wait for another body close above this the breaker block. Look at this candle, it has closed above this breaker block. When the body has closed, wherever it will close, I will take the buy over there around this area. Okay, wherever it will close, I will cover just the high of this breaker block. Brother, you got another loss. Just one tick the high of this breaker block. Brother, I'm showing you my way. You don't need to watch it. I will get stopped out here one more time. 2 loss in a row. 20 handle loss, 21 handle loss, 17 handle loss. So are you going to stop taking entry? 100% no. I will go for trade again. I saw this market fall, I will keep watching. Is this market break this breaker block and keep falling to take the extreme low, which has actually built the breaker block, right? This low has built this breaker block valid. This low, it has built this breaker block valid. This low, if this low is taken, my taking buy is absolutely shit. I'm not going to take this buy anymore. I'm done. No more buys for me. I will waiting. I'm waiting. I saw that this market came here, failed to take this low. It failed to take that low. Retest this breaker block one more time. Why it happened? Sometimes shit happens, brother. Sometimes shit happens. There is nothing wrong if shit happens. At the same time, I have seen that it has taken some liquidity over here. or whatever is like this low, that low has been taken. Here I'm seeing the mohawk. That means candle went little below of this breaker block, a bit mohawk. One more body close, will wait to retest this breaker block again. Here this didn't work. Why did you put your stop loss over there? Why didn't you cover this min threshold? Because min threshold cover is gonna be 35 handle. I'm not interested to take 35 handle loss, so I will take the risk until this breaker block. Why do you need to take that entry? Why you are not waiting for this retracement? This is very unusual. It should not happen like that way, but sometimes market do this type of shits, so I don't want to take that risk. Even if come here, it should not go one tick below this high, because it has already done all of its job. It should keep going higher. Sometimes market is overzealous, so I will take that risk over here. I know that I should cover the min threshold of that order block here, but what would happen? Look over there, I would get stopped out again, so that would be a 35 handle loss. I'm not interested to take that 35 handle loss, so I will take another 17 or 18 handle, whatever it is. Okay, it can be 17, 18, whatever it is. Finally, market retraced a long retracement there. See this huge retracement, then closed one more time above there, tap to this gap. Now here you are trying to take the entry over there. Here you are saying that market will trade this breaker block. Already I have taken 2 losses. I can't take the risk until to the top. I can't take that risk. So what I have to do, I have to let this market to trade this breaker block so that I can cover that min threshold. Here, this is the 3rd time I will go for the trade, and I will be very conservative over here because I have already 2 losses. Now you can say, brother, this is shit. You should not go for that. I have already told you, take the entry from the breaker block, cover the whole area, 55 handle. You will get the profit. You are not going to get the loss. I would do this. I don't want to take that 55 handle loss. I will divide that into 3 trade. 1 trade 20, 2 trade 20. Still I have one more trade, one more opportunity. I'll take my entry to this breaker block again. While it will tap to this breaker block, will cover the same min threshold, like over here, a bit lower of this breaker block min threshold, maybe a bit lower. Okay, so something like this 21 or 22 handle, something like that. We'll take the partial here around this area, midnight open. That has to be the partial. That has to be the partial. There is no other opportunity. And then I will hold it until this area or that area. It doesn't matter. By trailing the stop loss, the way you feel better, then you can actually trade. You can keep trailing the stop loss. And maybe if I would hold my trade until this area, I would get a stop out around this area. I don't know. Eventually, I would get that 92 handle. So what is my loss? 21 handle, 17 handle. What is my profit? 92 handle. Is that enough? You have already taken 2 losses, brother. Your winning rate is like 20% then. I don't care about that, because winning percentage doesn't make you profitable. If your winning percentage is like 100%, okay, so your winning percent is like 90%. So 90% trade you are taking, that is winning trade, but your risk to the way I trade, actually the way, okay, my profit target is unlimited. My stop loss is very small, so my profit limit is unlimited. So the way I trade, if my trade is like 90% winning rate, for example, and you got like 150 handle loss, but you got 520 handle profit, then you got 250 handle loss. 5 winning trade or 6 winning trade, and then just 2 loss, 50-60 handle loss, your all will be gone. All win will be gone. Instead, if I take 2 losses, 3 losses even, and then get 1 win, it is gonna cover everything. Now you can say, brother, how can I survive by these 2? If it is 50k account, go for 5 micro contract. If it is 150k account, go for 2 mini contract. You will never see that you are going into the deep drawdown. Never ever. Until this area, 92 handle. It's more than enough for being profitable. I don't need to trade all of this area. First of all, I don't need to trade here. I can be profitable by this run. It's more than enough for me to be profitable over here. Is there any other opportunity for the first time here before this area? Was there any breaker block? Anything? Unfilled gap has been filled. Breaker block will give me 95% winning rate. But you got 2 stepped out. I explained what I would do. And if you'd love to keep it like this way, 55 handle, something like that risk until this area, you will never get the winning, losing trade rate. Never ever. You are going to get 1 winning trade for 93 handle. Maybe you will take the partial over here. and you will take your 93 handle. I'm not interested to do that, so I'm not interested to influence you to do that, but choice is yours. If you don't accept the losing trade, you should not accept the winning trade as well. You have to be okay with the losing trade, and you have to be very strict with your logic, and you should believe that it is going to give you the profit. And then all of this area is the what is this called, in the lunch hour. Okay, so 11:30 to 12:50, it's the lunch hour. So here, this is the 12:50, around this area. Okay, this is the 12:50. Now look at that candle. This is the 2:15 candle. Okay, this 2:15 candle, until it doesn't appear over here, I'm not interested to trade anything over here. Why is that? Because when market has taken the extreme liquidity, right, clean liquidity has been taken over here, I know that this market can reach until the low of this new opening gap, but it doesn't give me any opportunities to think like that way. It will come over here by the whole lunch hour. Yeah, if I force, of course I can go for this order block entry. Of course I can go for that. What I'm looking for, only buy. Listen to me carefully. After taking this buy side liquidity, what I'm waiting for, this market will tap to this new week opening gap low. So my first opportunity to trade is 12:50. So this is that 12:50 candle. What I'm looking for, order block entry. Market went a bit higher. Maybe I will take this buy, okay, from this order block. Just let me show you this. Maybe around 12, after 12:50, I saw this is the order block. This candle has validated this order block. So I have taken a buy from this order block around this area. I take a buy and I just covered the order block low actually. So 16 handle. I got a 16 handle loss over there. For example, I wouldn't go for that, but just for example, I took this buy. I got a stopped out. No worries. Market fall again. Closed above this order block. I will take rebuy over here around this area. Stop loss is going to cover the order block again until the order block low, and will hold my trade until the new week opening gap low, wherever it is. But look at here, 81 handle. You know that I will take the partial. I will never hold my trade until 81 handle without taking partial. Okay, so if I take a partial around 40 handle or maybe 50 handle, just 50 handle, what is my loss? 16 handle. I got a 50 handle profit or 50 handle partial. Maybe I have taken a partial around 25 handle. Okay, I took a partial here and I closed my trade maybe here, but trailed stop loss and I got a stopped out here 60 handle. Still I'm profitable. What I'm looking for, buy. But here I'm not interested to look for any kind of buy, because while the liquidity has been taken, it doesn't need to reach until the low. Instead, it can keep consolidating rest of the day, because Monday is the accumulation day. So it can do that. So I don't want to take the risk until the new week opening gap. But while market has traded this new week opening gap, by that run, okay, this is that run which has traded this new week opening gap. I will miss every single one of this. Everything, I will miss them. Nothing I have to do over here. Finally, this is the candle which is 215 candle, has closed above this new week opening gap. So let's come over here, which is a 215 candle. Okay, so here, this is the candle here, which has, this candle confirmed that the new week opening gap has been closed. This candle, it has confirmed that market has closed above this new week opening gap. So what should I look for? Buy. But can I take a buy right now? No. Why? Because I need some kind of manipulation. Sell side liquidity has to be taken before taking any kind of buy. No buy is valid until market didn't take any kind of sell side liquidity. What happened? Market went higher, boom, went higher, boom. What do I get here? First time I got the liquidity taken. Look at this. First time it has taken the liquidity over here. Fair value gap. Please don't push the button. Please don't push the button. Please don't push the button. Breakaway gap. After taking that liquidity, this low has been taken. A swing low has been taken over here. Made this fair value gap. While this market is reaching higher, it is reaching higher. First, I will try to take my entry from this order block around this area. I will try to take my entry from this order block. If this candle tap to this candle, I will take the buy. Why? First time market has taken the liquidity. If I miss it, fall to this entry gap, my buy is over there. Over here. Where should be a stop loss? I should cover that fair value gap. Can I do it? How many handle? 35 handle. I can't do it. Next level, one tick below that high, just one tick. Can I do that? No, I can do that. So here I have two opportunities. Either I have to take the risk to put my entry little below, okay, little below, maybe until the 50% or maybe a little below, so that I can cover it by 20 handle by believing that this market is not coming over here. Then please don't push the button. I'm just showing you the exact way to take the entry. All of this area I have nothing to do. This is my area while I will enter into the market from this gap. Target this line. Look at that line. That is my target. Are you going to hold that trade until this line? Where is that line? 1900, 600. Okay, here. Are you going to hold it until this area? This question is absolutely shit. Don't ask me this question, because nobody is going to hold that trade until this area. Of course, if I can make like 30, 40 handles, 60 handles, anything, okay, like randomly, I don't know if I have something around this area. Okay, around this area, let me check actually. This is the last fair value gap, so I can hold my trade until this last fair value gap. So there and there, okay. So this is the last fair value gap. I can hold my trade until this last fair value gap by believing that this market is not falling to this gap. But if it fall, what you are going to do? I will get stopped out. I'll take re-entry over there. While the market will close above this gap, that is my re-entry. How far? Until this area. To understand while I'm taking my entry, why the market is expanding? Because I'm waiting for some specific logic. Did this low has taken that low? No, it didn't take it. But brother, why you are looking for buy? It has left the sell side liquidity, right? Like look over here. Clean sell side liquidity. Why you are taking buy? 50-minute chart is telling you why you are looking for buy. It is clearly telling you why you are looking for buy. Candle closed above this new opening gap. All you have to do is wait for the manipulation. You got the manipulation. First try to take the entry from the water block. If you miss it, look for any inversion fair value gap. If you miss that, try to enter from this fair value gap. If you miss that, go for this fair value gap. It is better to cover this fair value gap because it could reach until this gap. Of course, it could reach. But if you see the stop loss is too big, then at least cover to the high of this fair value gap. Just on tick. If you get stopped out, wait to market close one more time above this fair value gap. It closed, take re-entry. How far? Until a certain. I mean, this target I just randomly put, but of course you have to do your. I mean, you have to mark if there is any buy side liquidity or anything that is telling you that it can reach until this area. I'm not interested to show you how far it will go. I'm just here to explain you how do you know that you are going to catch that run. But brother, you are missing this run. You are missing that run. You are missing that run. I don't give a shit. I don't simply give a shit. I can simply see that this low has been taken over here. At the same time, I can see this clean lows. Let me show you. This low, that low. A very clean lows. I don't give a shit. This can fall and take that liquidity to went higher bit from this last fair value gap. It can reverse again to take this liquidity. I don't want to trade while the market is inside this new week opening gap. In this new week opening gap, I don't give a shit while the market is inside this new week opening gap. I will always wait for this type of perfect area to enter while I have nothing to worry about, because I know that this whole area is actually holding the market. The market is helping me. The new week opening gap is helping me to send the price higher. So guys, I know it's a long rant. I'm so sorry. I think like I should explain this. I came here, I explained that. Okay, so if you have any question now, you can ask me that. I'm gonna reply you. Okay, so if you have, I'm extremely sorry guys, I will just keep talking about because it was very important to explain these things over here. It was little overzealous price action, but absolutely it was fine to me. I will get 2 loss over here to take one profit. And do you think that after taking 2 loss, I will stop over here? I'll never stop. I will stop over here because it was the lunch hour. I'm sorry. I would stop over here because it's the lunch hour. Otherwise, I wouldn't never stop over here. It fall, take that liquidity. I was watching actually. I didn't notice that it was lunch hour. That fair value gap I was watching to take re-entry from this area again until that buy side liquid, the extreme buy side liquid, until that buy side liquid. That was my entry point over here. So I would go for the buy again over there. But of course, as it is inside the lunch hour, we should not trade inside the lunch hour. I'm not influencing any of you to take entry inside the lunch hour. Please don't do that. If you are already in a trade, you can manage your trade inside the lunch hour, but new entry is not valid from 11:30 to until 12:50 according to me, according to ICT, 11:30 to 1:30. No trade should be done inside in that those area. Okay. This thing, do you remember I talked about this one time? This low has taken all the liquidity, failed to take the extreme low. It has taken all the liquidity, failed to take that extreme low. That means it is leaving that sell side liquidity for later. It is going to leave that sell side liquidity for later, depending on the time, depending on everything. Okay. So okay guys, now whatever comment you have already done, I'm not interested to read them. So if you have the question, please ask me one more time. Okay, I really would love to read your comment or your confusion, but you have to write it down one more time. I don't want to go up and read all the comment one after another. How, bro? What do you mean by how, bro? Just please tell me, why would you take it as order block as soon as it was formed? I had to confirm it first with propulsion block, but you just saw and confirmed it. Please explain. I think you are asking about this one. I think you are asking about this one. So as my bias was bullish, I told that this is my order block. Okay, so I was thinking this order block will hold the market, send it to the buy side liquidity. I was wrong over here. So anytime market will provide me the order block, I will look for that turtle soup order block. So this is kind of turtle soup order block, which I don't influence any of you to go for that. But if I am overconfident about my bias, I prefer to go for those type of order block. While it is valid, I would love to take my entry from that order block while it will get valid. For example, here, when it get valid, I would love to take the entry from this order block. I got stopped out, or I got profit, or I got partial, whatever it is. Then if I get stopped out, I will keep waiting to wait for the next order block level to take my entry. If I'm over jealous or overconfident about my bias, if I'm not overconfident, I'll just wait for the some kind of fair value cap or some kind of precision, okay, something. And I don't have any idea what it has been traded over here because of the contract change. It is little difficult. By the way, here was the fair value cap. I have already talked about this fair value cap, how to use this fair value cap, right? Which is the liquidity level fair value cap. So this fair value cap is one of the strongest fair value cap ever. Whatever fair value cap you have seen so far, whatever your gurus has taught you, trust me, this is the strongest fair value gap ever. This fair value gap, it is the strongest one. Look at the reaction of the body from this fair value gap. Now I'm saying your job is to observe them. I'm not interested to prove this every day, every time, every day. Just you can't forget about this. I've already proved so many times in my life. Okay. How, bro? What is how, bro? I didn't understand how, bro. From 12:10 to 2 p.m. EST, can you show the premium discount and how? No, listen to me very carefully. From 11:30 to 12:50, whatever it is happening, I don't care. From 11:30 to 12:50, this is called lunch hour. Outside of the session or inside the lunch hour, whatever is happening, is it trading premium? Is it trading discount? I don't care, and I don't want to look for precision. Don't look at the price over there. It is called bad practice. Don't do the bad practice. Maybe crazy today because it's the end of the month. Oh yeah, and also today is the end of the month, so this last entry is also not valid. I'm sorry, though I have framed this one, but we should not go for this because today is the end of the month. So end of the month is always difficult to trade. So it could be very, yeah, thank you Jack for reminding me that. It can be so much volatile, so much thing. Okay, so no need to trade this area the end of the month, please. Okay, thank you Jack for reminding me that, brother. I really forgot that. Okay, TJ, TJ, I think I give you the answer. Thank you for the explanation. It helps a lot. Hey, Archana, thanks, sister. How do you identify a breaker block? You have to please watch the breaker block video. Okay, in the study folder, go. I have made two video. One, when I should look for the breaker block, and second, how I'm going to mark that breaker block. I told that, Jack, do you remember, brother? You are asking me about this one. Is that a breaker block or not? And I told you, this is the first time I am interested to look for the breaker block while this gap has been closed 100%. If you remember, brother, when this gap has been closed 100%, I told that now is my time to look for the breaker block while it happened over here around this area. That was the time to look for the breaker block. And for the first time, market has built the breaker block over here. This is the first time market has built the breaker block over there. So this is the area where, please watch that video. Everything will be clear over there. Tomorrow can be the TGIF level, of course, either today or tomorrow. Within Monday or Tuesday, it should finish the TGIF. So if it doesn't reach until this level today, then tomorrow I prefer that it will trade any of this level before falling. So if it trade this one, it's okay. If it trade that one, it's okay as well. Or if it go higher, then it will come back again and it will close inside to this line. So today's price action, either it has to trade this and then it has to fall, or it has to trade this, then it has to fall. If it go higher, then it has to fall again to close inside this two line. Okay, this is the TGIF things. So three things can happen tomorrow. We will see that after the London session. No need to worry about that. Thanks, brother. You are most welcome. Rise. Alberto, are you new, brother? I didn't see. Okay, I can see that some people are taking the membership, and I really don't know when and how they're taking the membership. I'm so noob. You can see me. By the way, take profit trader. I guess today I actually told that today is the last day of the take profit trader. But actually, I saw that today is the last day of the month, so they gave me the message that today is the last day of the month. So tell your viewers to say that today is the last of the month for no activation fees. By the way, if any of you are interested, make sure that you have used the code T2 Wizard for take profit trader. But Tradify 30%, 35% discount, and Apex 80% discount. Today is the last day, not the take profit trader. Okay, brother. In the breaker block, would you re-enter the breaker block, order block after first stop loss instead of waiting body close? No, I need the body close. If I get first stop loss, then I need the body close above the breaker block to take re-entry. What was that? Here. To take re-entry, I need the body close. Now ICT doesn't wait for the body close. When he see market went above the here, okay, when he see the market went above the 50% of this breaker block, he enter over there. I can't enter because I really don't know how to manage this one, so I wait for the body close, which happened over here. So after wherever the body will close, I will take the entry over there, and will cover just to the top of this breaker block, because even if it fall, it can maximum fall to the top of this breaker block, not even one tick below the top of this breaker block, because this is the precise market, and then it should keep going higher. Sometimes it happens, shit happens sometimes, but most of the time it doesn't happen. I mean, I'm not going to get re-stopped out over here most of the time. But at the same time, guys, please don't judge me. I showed you the way I trade, but you don't need to follow me. You can simply, as I told, you can take 55 handle, 56 handle loss limit, whatever you want. You can do that, and you will get that profit, whole profit. You can get it without getting stopped out. I don't support it, and I don't show this to any of my viewers to take that much huge loss. It's my choice. Okay, please don't judge me. Okay, Thiran Lakshita, you're also new, brother. You're most welcome, by the way. Brother, are you from India? No, I'm not from India. I'm from Bangladesh. To get payout from take profit trade, we need to make 2 times 1500 USD 125k account. Am I right? No, you don't need 2 times or something like that. For the first time you will make $1,500 for the first time, okay, in the funded account. Then if you can make $250, you can request them every day more than $250 you can request them, because in Take Profit Trader if you request less than $250 they will charge $50. So if you can make $251, they're not going to charge anything. You can simply cash out them. So every single time until you are above $1,500, until you are above $1,500, you can request every day. So you don't need to make 2 times $1,500. But of course you can wait for $1,500 to request your payout. It's up to you, brother. Good afternoon, Mahdi. I'm from Bangladesh. I've already told. Let's see what 13.155 candle will do. 13.55 candle will do. 13.55 candle. What is that candle, by the way? 13.55 candle. Is that from 15 minute chart, 5 minute chart? Which one you asking? 13.55 candle. Okay. I didn't get your point, by the way, Jack. 50 candle stop loss is wild. I don't like it, man. To be honest, I don't like it. I don't know how people actually support that. Maybe by 1 micro contract, 2 micro contract, it's okay. But even 5 micro contract, 50 candle is gonna be like $500. So one trade, $500 risk is too much for me. 1,500 for able and 1,500 for fund. Yeah, absolutely. How much? I don't know what is the target for 25k account. For example, 50k account, the target is $3,000. But for 25k account, I don't know what is the target. So whatever target is, you have to fill that target first, and then to the funded account, you have to make $1,500. So I guess $2,000 is the target for 25k account. I don't know, brother. Just go and rewatch. Recheck what is the target. So you have to pass the eval by hit that target, and then while you will be in funded account, you have to make $1,500, and then more than 1,500 you can request for the payout. Hey Musically, how are you, brother? What is your expectation for tomorrow? I will expect tomorrow's price action after the London session. So until the London session, I'm not interested to talk anything about tomorrow's price action. Pressure cooker. Folks, I absolutely recommend to watch last video. It's a must. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a must to watch. Put it in your to-do list as a that will open a new horizon in your trading if you do ICT concept. Thank you, Mahdi, for saying that. To be honest, after making that video, I feel pleased. That is the only video I feel like, okay, I have done something good after making that video. It's my inner pitch, okay? So I really feel like if anyone observe that video personally or very carefully, they will learn a lot of things and they don't need me. I think like that way. It's my own opinion. I'm not forcing any of you to watch it, but that's just my opinion. Max 15 to 20 handle stop loss. I love learning the way you say precise price reading. Nothing compares to wizard reading. Thank you so much, RP. I see we went back to previous Friday close. Okay, I don't see at them. It's not important to me, by the way, but of course it can go over there. What's your favorite prop from, bro? Take Profit Trader, My Funded Futures, and what was that? Take Profit Trader, My Funded Futures, or what was the other one? Apex. But I prefer Apex while they have wild discount, something like 90% discount, 80% discount, while it is like $16, 300k just for $16, 250k just for $16, something like that, and $85 or maybe $125 is your activation fees. I love those areas for Apex. But if you ask me, truly I prefer Take Profit Trader because you don't need to wait for your payout. For the first day, you will get your funded account. For the first day, you will be able to get your payout. This is why I love the take profit trader, and I prefer any of you, if you would love to start, go for the take profit trader. It has the trailing drawdown, but if you follow the rules I'm showing you and go for a small profit, like here I'm showing you 60 handle, you don't need that 60 handle, trust me. If you can get just 30 handle or 25 handle, you will get your payout. 25 30 handle, if you can keep going for that, which is very easy to go. 20 handle, if you go for just 20 handle, you will get your payout for sure. But depends, okay, it depends, but you don't need to wait for the. By the way, if you have any question, I saw that some people are asking me the question about the while I was explaining, so why I don't see those question right now. I need those question, please. If you don't mind, you can ask those question now. I am just a little lazy to read all of this comment by going up, okay. I don't want to go over there. How can I share the daily bias? Daily bias is something, if you know the daily bias, you know everything. So how can I say that? You have to keep coming. I can say only that things, brother. If you keep coming, maybe you'll be understand the daily bias. How do I know that market will go over there? So I'm doing this every day. Okay, almost every day. This whole thing was outlined. Now, those people are new here. Maybe they don't believe me, but trust me, everything has been outlined before it happened. All of this fall until this candle, how far this candle will fall, how it will make the gap over here, and then how it will trade this gap, and then how it will fall. Everything was outlined over there. While this was falling, I was just selling until a certain level. Until this candle, I was just looking for sell, and then I started to look for buy until this gap. While it has traded this gap, I started to look for sell until some level. Now, as you are seeing that, I'm wishing to take the buy only. No sell is valid to me until any of this line will be traded by tomorrow. Okay, so if it has been traded by today, then tomorrow I will start to look for sell again. If it doesn't trade this by tomorrow, by today, then I will keep looking for buy until tomorrow to trade any of this line. Then after trading this, I will start to look for sell again. So everything I'm showing you, this is not something I can make a video and you will understand the daily bias. It's not something like that. It's something you have to feel. Okay, and if you would love to feel it, then you have to feel it with someone who already can feel it. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I'm just saying I'm doing it every day. So I just told you about myself. I don't know anyone else which I can refer. Not even ICT himself. Sorry to say that. Also, after watching the video, I found out I was gambling most times. The meaning of if order block, trend, bias, and correct entry, all other included in that. 1 more video. Yeah, man, it's a 1 hour video, but to be honest, I couldn't make it much more smaller. I tried my level best to make it smaller. You saw that, right? There was no rant, nothing. Just sometimes I told those people who will watch after 1 year, they can think it is hindsight, but it is not hindsight. Because I have outlined everything in live. That is the rant. Just this portion of the video is rant. Nothing is rant. Everything is according to the price action. So, yeah, man. If it really helps you, I feel proud because I promised that I'm not going to keep anything in my mind. I'm not keeping anything secret over here. Everything is open secret. Which other people are keeping secret, I'm giving it to you for free. And I'm not holding anything back. Nothing. I'm holding just one thing back, and that is fast fair value gap. That is intentionally I'm holding that back. If I start to talk about that, you believe me or not, I don't care, but you will get confused. You will see that whatever I'm showing you until now, everything is useless. Every single thing is useless. If I start to talk about the first presented gap, just because of that, I'm holding that first fair value gap. Only that thing I'm holding. Nothing else, and you don't need that. Trust me or not, you don't need that. But today or tomorrow I will talk about that, and while I will talk, then you will understand why I was not talking about the first fair value gap. Sorry for typo, I am on the phone and this keyboard sucks. No worries, man. Do you trade PM macro? What times? No, I don't trade the PM, brother. I am only active in Discord. Today I came because I need to talk about this price action. I was doing this in our Discord, but actually people are sleeping. That's why I came here. I could do it in the Discord, but if someone missed this live, then they will never to watch it. That is why I came here and did this so that people can rewatch it later. That is why I came here. So I don't do the um I mean PM session. Okay, I don't do it. I'm just active in Discord on the PM session. Do you agree that new day opening up, new week opening a CC is engineering sell side? Of course, man, it is gonna engineer the sell side liquidity. 100% it is gonna engineer the sell side liquidity because this is a bearish market, right? This is a bearish market, so it is going to make the sell side liquidity. That was the thing I was doing here with my phone. I was outside actually. Today is Eid over here, so I was outside and I was doing all of these things in Discord, but I was seeing that most of the people are sleeping. That's why I came here in live and I just explained everything one more time so that you guys don't miss this. Okay, thank you so much. I don't see that there is any more question, so we can stop trading for today, right? So tomorrow we'll see after around the morning session. I'll come, and maybe tomorrow's stream is gonna be a small stream as well. Maybe, okay, not sure, but maybe tomorrow's stream is gonna be a small stream as well. But yeah, we'll just come, we'll make profit, we'll stop trading. Today's the same thing we have done. We will do the same thing tomorrow as well. We'll come, we'll make profit, we'll close the stream. You don't need to stay in front of your chart the whole day long. You don't need it. First presented gap. This was the whole trading for today. Buy there. Stop loss is a bit lower of the mean threshold, so there is the mean threshold. That was the first partial here, and then would hold my target here. I'll get stopped out after 43 handle partial, man. 43 handle, 40 handle partial. Okay, listen to me, 40 handle partial. Okay, then the next buy we have outlined, this one. Everything was in live. Stop loss was below the order block mean threshold. I think it was here somewhere, if I am not wrong. That was the first partial here. Did that rejection, 47 handle first partial, and until this area 120 or 118 something was that. That was the second entry for today, and our third entry was the legendary entry. That was our third entry. Stop loss was 25 handle because I couldn't put my stop loss one tick above that high, and target was 25 handle. Where was that 25 handle? I guess it was around there. Okay, so that was our third entry for today. So this is all for today, and then I closed my stream. I was not here, so I didn't talk about all of this price action. I just outlined it in my Discord after it happened. Okay, and if you would love to add this one, you can add this one. It is also big boom, so something like this. Keep it like this way and hold it until that fair value gap. That was the fair value gap right here. I don't remember where was the fair value gap. I guess it was here somewhere. That is all for today. Yeah, man, everything is free, man. Everything is free. Discord is free, YouTube is free, everything is free. Here you don't need to pay not even a single dollar. Nothing is, you don't need to pay. Okay, Jonathan Legend, please, you have question. I have a question. I'm looking to trade tomorrow after the news, looking for manipulation lower than the buy side liquidity relatively equal highs as target. Okay, so what is your question, brother? Jonathan, what is your question, brother? Do you think this is good ideas? I don't know, brother. I told already I will talk about tomorrow's price action after London session. So until London session, I'm not interested. For example, around the London session, market has traded this line. Okay, for example, market has traded this line around the London session, so I will never look for buy again. I will keep looking for sell. Maybe around the London session, market was there, so I will keep looking for buy. So I can't say what is going to happen in London session. After the London session, I will go for the New York session with my bias. Until London session, I have no bias. How can I join your Discord? if any of you are interested to join us, then I'm going to how to invite. Actually, I'm actually noob at how to join, brother, how to join. Hmm. Announcement. Just a second, guys. Hmm. Okay. Whoever is interested to join, it's absolutely free. You don't need to worry about that. You don't need to pay anything. Okay, you can join through this link if you want. So you will get in the comment box. The link is in the comment box. Okay, thanks, legend. Oh, no, I'm not legend, by the way. I'm just learning like you, brother. Hey Tito, I will include you in my prayer list evening prayers this evening. I want you to know you are doing a great things, and this is a spot reversed for you in the sky. Okay, man, this is a very, I mean, biggest compliment. Who but true. Thank you so much, brother. I'm happy, man. I'm really happy now. You made my day, by the way. There's a lot of new week opening up above current market price. Yeah, I can see it, brother. To join the Discord, do the following. The Discord link is in the description. Yeah, I just post it in the comment box. So if any of you are interested, you can join through that link. But it is YouTube channel. Yeah, you can do that as well if you want. This will create the invite. Yep. Yes, Discord link is the YouTube channel. It was in the YouTube channel. It is in my Twitter. In the pin comment, it's in the Twitter actually. In the pin comment. So whoever is interested, they can find the way. By the way. So if the profile, this pin comment, this is the Discord link in Twitter. I think today I missed all day of trading. You know, though it doesn't matter, man. Tomorrow is a good day, new opportunity. Okay. Please don't forget to like before you leave. Please don't forget that. I arrived now. No worries, Leonardo. Tomorrow is a better day. Is a better opportunity. Don't forget to like. Thank you, Mahdi. What do you do in your Discord? What do I do in my Discord? I really don't have any idea. What do I'm a mad guy. Okay, so what I do, I have no idea. And it was so beautiful. So titiful. Does it titiful? I thought he was trying to write the beautiful. It was titiful. Okay, new compliment. Let me buy one more account. Wow, why is that? Okay, if you want to buy, just make sure that you are not, what to say. I mean, always use your money wisely. Don't waste the money. It's my request. Just you have to buy for that you are buying. Don't do that. If you want to buy it wisely. Use your money wisely. That's all. Okay. Before promos go. Oh, okay. You are talking about Take Profit Trader. I don't think so. It's going away. But yeah, if you would love to use the code T2 Wizard, I will be grateful to you. Whatever you want. Okay. Thank you so much. We do talk about global warming on Discord. By the way, Madhi, it was a nice joke. Thank you so much, guys. If you actually ignore my accent, my language, my English, you learn a lot from here. That I can all promise. Okay. So until tomorrow, cheers, guys. And Eid Mubarak one more time.